It's important that we lock in. It's critical that we lock in when it comes to our goals, our dreams, our purpose. And I know I've done quite a few videos speaking on the importance of locking in, but today I wanted to take it one step further. I wanted to say it louder for the people in the back. Number one. Number two, I wanted to actually give a bit of a sense of direction when it comes to ways that you can lock in, when it comes to figuring out how to get to that end goal from what we do every single day. Because reality is, let's just face it, locking in is easier said than done. Let's just keep it real. It's easy to say I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m, but it's harder to actually wake up at 5 a.m. unless there's a plan attached, unless your why is strong, or unless you simply just need some direction. And that's what this video is about. Today, I'm going to give you guys simple tools, 5 simple tools that's gonna make you excuse free when it comes to, locking in, truly dialing in, turning up the tempo when it comes to your pursuit, when it comes to being all the way dialed in when it comes to locking in. All right. So I have my phone, I have my notes. 5 ways to actually lock in. Number 1, you have to mentally prepare yourself for the journey. Let me say that again. Let me emphasize the importance of this crucial step. Number 1, you have to mentally prepare yourself for the entire duration of the ride, the entire journey. Why is this important? Because you got to understand, bro, if you look like, for example, when you go to the gym, if you notice at the first of the year, the gym is packed. The gym is packed with people who are newbies, getting back, on track, or want to get back to their goals, which is a beautiful thing, a great thing. And then you also have a cluster of individuals that's been coming all along, who's been prepared, who's been mentally prepared, who's been conditioning themselves mentally, who's been, pretty much consistent. So if you notice the beginning of the year, everyone's coming, everybody's on their journey, everybody's, to a degree prepared because everybody's at the gym, right? But then somewhere along the line, let's say around March, assuming that you started in January in terms of the people who could use this message more than others. But let's just say you started in January, and then around March, you starting to get to the point where it's becoming like work, it's feeling like work. And let's just say you prepared yourself by saying this is what I'm gonna do, but at the same time, you didn't prepare yourself for those times when it could get challenging. You didn't prepare yourself for those times when you grew to the point where you're tired of actually showing up. You're tired of, doing it over and over again. You're tired of every single day having to actually execute the plan. So you're not mentally prepared for the duration of the ride because you didn't really think that far down the road. You didn't condition yourself, which is my point. So mentally preparing yourself when it comes to whatever it is that you want to do is crucial. You have to understand whatever road that you want to travel to get to whatever the destination is. You have to know whatever it takes. There's going to be rainy days. And this is when it comes to your goals and your dreams, whatever that is. It's going to be rainy days where the rain is beating up against the window and you're not going to want to show up. It's going to be snowy days. It's going to be sunny days. You have to understand that just like the inconsistencies of the weather, sometimes that can happen when it comes to our goals, to where we can be like those individuals who had their best intentions at the beginning of the year, excited about it, going to the gym and stuff like that. But at some point they either lost focus, or at some point they lost drive. At some point they just wasn't mentally prepared to, execute the plan and show up every single day. So you have to mentally prepare yourself for whatever it is that you want to do in life. You have to mentally prepare yourself and say, you know what? Ask yourself these questions. Is this something that I want? Do I want it bad enough? In this process, develop a strong enough why. Understand that you're going to go through a journey and it's not going to always feel good to show up. And you got to commit to yourself in the beginning and tell yourself, you know what? No matter what the conditions of whatever is going on in life, this is what I'm going to commit to do. I am mentally prepared to follow through every single day until I get to my destination. So you got to mentally prepare yourself for this journey that you're about to take, because it's going to take for you to be conditioned to walk it all the way out and be a part of the 1% community. Number 2, you have to write out your plan, write out what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and draw up the closest thing to a realistic plan that is going to get you there. And we'll talk about, how sometimes, the plan may change. We'll talk about that at a different point that I'm gonna make. But I would say start by writing out your vision. What is it that you want to do? A year from now, 6 months from now, 5 years from now, write out your vision. Write it out. Post it somewhere in your house or somewhere where you can see it, but write out your vision and what it is that you're trying to accomplish at some point in your life, and draw a realistic plan. This is where a lot of people go wrong, because a lot of the times, we have hopes and wishes and things that we want to accomplish, but we really don't put ourselves in a position to actually navigate our way through it. We don't think that far down the road. So this is where you think that far down the road in advance. You feel me? You got to write out your ideas, the position that you want to be in, and draw a map of the way that you plan on getting there, a realistic map of the way that you plan on getting there. Because otherwise, you could find yourself being frustrated during this process, not having any type of direction when it comes to how you're going to get there, how you're going to go about building this house brick by brick. So you got to write it out, lay the foundation, create the plan, draw the plan, and execute it one day at a time. Number 3, add and subtract all throughout your journey. Add and subtract all throughout your journey. Let me explain. When I first started my spiritual journey, I realized that in order for me to actually get started, in order for me to add to my life, in order for me to get to the point where I can see gain in my life, reward, grow harvest, be in the position that I want to be in order for me to get started, I had to start with subtracting. I had to start by way of subtracting, meaning I had to step away from certain environments that was not going to serve my purpose, that was not going to contribute to my growth. I had to step away from certain environments. I had to step away from certain friendships, relationships, because I knew the reality is, if I'm trying to go here and they're there, or they're just pretty much a distraction to where it's going to hinder my growth, then the reality is I'm not going to get very far in my journey. Reality is I'm going to be frustrated in my journey, or it's just going to pretty much prolong my journey, hinder my growth. And we don't want that. So sometimes that even includes making some tough decisions. Sometimes it could be people that's good to you, but not for you, not for your growth. And you just got to be real when it comes to that. So for me, I had to start my journey by subtracting. Letting go of whatever it is or whoever it was that would allow my plate to be clear so that I can start adding on to my plate. Let's go, adding on to my plate the things that's going to help me grow, the things that I can consume that's going to provide nourishment for my growth, the things that's going to help me elevate and grow. And along your journey, you're going to find yourself having to fine tune yourself. Just like a snake, it sheds. Just like we as people, we change, we grow, and you got to accept that growth. You got to learn to let go throughout your journey. Sometimes you may meet people along your journey. Sometimes these people may have good intentions, but you can outgrow them. Sometimes these people could have good intentions or bad intentions along the way. When it comes to what it is that you're doing, you'll realize that, as you're starting up your business, you're going to subtract some things that can allow you to be able to travel your path. And as you're learning and growing, just like doing YouTube, as you're learning and growing, you're going to make mistakes along the way. Once you learn them, subtract. You're going to add some things that's going to allow you to get better, that's going to allow you to evolve. You're going to add some things that's going to teach you along the way. And so you have to understand the importance of subtracting. If necessary, start by subtracting if you have distractions in your life, and add pieces that's going to help you grow, pieces that you think that may help you grow, but actually is hindering your growth. Subtract, add some more. Subtract, add some more. This is the process of eliminating. This is also the process of bringing in new additions, tools that's going to help you navigate your way to being successful every single day. So you have to add and subtract throughout this process in order for you to keep going, in order for you to have sustainability in your journey. Number 4, I'm hoping I numbered it right. I'm so focused on making sure that I give you guys the context of this content that I'm bringing to you guys. But anyway, number 4, this is crucial. Be loyal to your future. Be loyal to your goals. Be loyal to what it is that you want to see growth in your life. And do not be loyal to your excuses. Do not be loyal to your excuses. Be loyal to your dreams. Be loyal to your future. Be loyal and devoted on those days that you don't want to show up, those days you don't feel like it. Those days you don't feel like it, be loyal to that, because your future self is awaiting you. Your future self needs you to be loyal to it. Excuses is going to want to seep in. Excuses is going to want to seep in from time to time. Let's face it, we're human. Let's face it. We all have days where we're tired. We all have days where we don't feel like it. We all have days when, I'll do it tomorrow. This is how you quickly become a part of, type in the comments. This is where you quickly become a part of the I'll do it tomorrow community. When you're loyal to your excuses, it prolongs your growth. When you're loyal to your excuses, it teaches you how to make more excuses. But when you're loyal to your growth, you're getting one step further ahead. Every single day, you're getting things accomplished. Every single day, you're going closer to obtaining that goal every single day. By laying the bricks anyway, no matter what day it is, and not, living your life based off of the inconsistencies of the weather and saying, I'm going to show up and show out every single day. I'm going to put in the work every single day. This is an important piece when it comes to chasing your purpose. This is part of reality. It's going to be days that you're going to want to make excuses. Do not draw nigh to your excuses. Be loyal to your goals. Be loyal to your day one commitment. Be loyal to your day one dream. Do not get lost in the fold just because there are days when you don't feel like it. Just because there are days when, the temptation of chilling, flipping the channels just start to get the best of you. Be loyal to your goals, bro. Be loyal to your dream. Do not be loyal to your excuses. Now that we've established 1 through 4, let's speak on the 5th. Let's speak on the 5th. Let's speak on the 5th. I'm also trying to do a thumbnail too, y'all. But anyway, number 5, create your workspace. Clear your clutter. Create your spot, whatever it is, bro. Build your space. Whatever work area that you're going to need to draw out that business plan, whatever it is, man. Create your workspace and then dial in and lock in every single day. Let me say that again. Create your workspace. Now that we have step 1, 2, 3, 4, let me go ahead and go over those. It's on my phone. You feel me? Now that we've mentally prepared ourselves for what it's going to take, now that we wrote out our vision, drew up a realistic plan on how we're going to go about it, now that we realize that even with that plan, sometimes plans tend to change, need to change. So then we add and subtract so that we can keep going, let go, so that we can let go of the weight, whatever it is that's not serving our growth, so we can add and subtract as often as necessary, as often as needed, so that we can keep going. And then up to number 4, we're loyal to our dreams. We got to remember this. We have to remind ourselves to be loyal to our dreams and not our excuses. So now that we have a solid plan, we also need the workspace. We need a clear space. You feel me? No distractions. Create your workspace. Put yourself in a box, bro, to a degree. Isolate yourself. Don't watch TV while you're going after your dream. Don't do none of that, bro. Don't let nothing stop you. Create your workspace and lock in every single day. Lock TF in every single day. Operate from your workspace. Sometimes you may even have to switch it up. But find yourself your cubby hole. Find yourself your workspace so that you can do the work every single day. So that you can show up for yourself every single day. So that you could put yourself in a position to be able to work and lock in every single day. So these are 5 helpful tools that has helped me, that continues to help me. And I wanted to put this video together for some, like I said, that could use this as a reminder, or could use this as some sense of direction. Because I know a lot of the times, many of us have good intentions. Many of our intentions are good. Many of the times, you know, we want results, almost like working out. Sometimes some of us just don't know what to do. That's why we hire personal trainers. I'm into fitness, by the way, if y'all are new to my channel. It's one of the reasons why you keep hearing me reference fitness. This is not a fitness channel. I just like to, you know, take what it is that I learned in the gym and use those, you know, analogies as those rules in the gym apply to real actual life. So all of my fitness heads know what I'm talking about too. But sometimes you can go in the gym with no plan, just like when you starting up your business or whatever the case may be. Sometimes you just don't know, and you need a sense of direction, a sense of guidance. And that's exactly why I decided to put this video together for you guys, to help you, man, to help you stay locked in, to help you stay glued in, to give you some type of direction, give you some points that's going to help you navigate your way to success, to find the success that you want to have in your life, to be on your purpose. You feel me? If you appreciated the video, I'm gonna ask you to do the freest thing that you can ever do, and that's subscribe to the channel. If you appreciate content like this, turn on your post notification bell. That way you guys won't have to come find me. You'll be pretty much seen on whatever device that is convenient for you guys to watch my content. And again, come through in the comments, man. Share your thoughts, share the points, you know, for anybody out here. This is a positive vibe community, so if you want to add to it, come through in the comments. Only positivity though, y'all. But anyway, y'all, as always, do what brings life to you. Do what brings life to you, and it's a great chance that you'll bring life to wherever it is that you do. You already know. Rain, sleet, or snow, dream driver's legacy. Family, the goal is to #grow. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace and blessings. One love, strength.